Hey everybody. So I just wanted to give a little context to this video. Over the past few days, we've been out rock hounding, and we found a couple outcroppings in Novaculite. Both were on leased land. We have permission to be there, but and collect rock. We just don't have permission to dig big holes. So we're looking into that, see if we can do that or not, if they'll allow that, or if that's a different lease we have to do, or what. But anyways, Novaculite runs from east, quite a ways east of Hot Springs, Arkansas, and it runs all the way well into southeast Oklahoma. It covers a tremendous big area. And we have found outcroppings. One of them is in Arkansas and one of them's in Oklahoma. And they're probably driving between one and the other. They're about 2.5 hours apart, so we're talking about a pretty big area, or 2 hours apart. I'd say it's 2 hour drive from one to the other, so it's a pretty good ways. I'm not gonna give you mileage or locations or any of that, but I'm just gonna tell you that. And the Big Fork chert, highly fractured, very little workable. It's really not worth messing with, but I really wanted to see some, because we have some local artifacts that are made from that, and I want to see if I can make some things, so I was looking for it. But the Big Fork, Smithville, and Batiste cherts, they're all the same. They run in the same, they're all black or gray with the quartz seams running through it. Very fractured, lots of layers, almost impossible to work, but I'm going to play with it, see what I can do. I did make a point the other day, but and we found that both in Arkansas and Oklahoma. We actually found the best Big Fork, I don't even know what to call it, Big Fork Batiste Smithville chert in Oklahoma. The stuff we found in Arkansas is way more grainy, and so anyways, I just want to give you a little background on that, and enjoy the video. There's some pretty cool stuff in here. So we're over here at an undisclosed location looking for flint. I'm here with my dad and my sister Sarah, and we're finding some Big Fork chert, and we're also finding a lot of Novaculite. Now most of this flint, both the Novaculite and the Big Fork chert, is highly fragmented. It's all surface stuff, but we have found some pieces that are workable. But I just want to film a little piece and see if we can find a couple small pieces and show you all what we're finding. There's a piece of black Novaculite right there. Y'all can see that. These small pieces, you can probably heat treat that and get something out of it. I'll save that piece. Let's see here. That looks like that's too fragmented. Thought I seen some pieces of Big Fork laying here somewhere or another. Now there's Big Fork chert all in this. I mean, it's just loaded with it. It's just, but most of it is really highly fragmented. That's another little piece of Novaculite. This looks like a Big Fork. It's got a ring to it, so maybe this one's a little more solid. That's the, if you can see that, with the white lines in it, that's Big Fork chert. So, but it's very fractured. But You see how it came apart. And all you can do is kind of see if you can find a decent piece of it. And we found a few. This is another piece of Novaculite. It's pretty fractured up. And that looks like it might be a big old chunk of big fork. Oh, that is, I believe, a big chunk of big fork. I wonder if there's anything good in that. Oh yeah, that's big fork right there. Yeah, see all the coarse lines in it? That's a pretty solid boulder. I think we're going to get the truck and back up here and see if we can get that in the back of the truck. That's definitely the best piece of big fork we found yet. And I still don't know if this could be heat treated, but I'm going to try and heat treat some and see how it is, because it is harder than woodpecker lips. I don't know if you know how hard woodpecker lips are, but it's pretty hard. Some of this outside's rotten from being in the weather, but this piece down here seems... We'll just have to see. I'm going to take that rock home and see if we can take it apart and get anything out of it. That big fork chert, it breaks extremely sharp. I made a point the other day, and that stuff is really, really sharp. I don't know if this stuff will slick up any if you heat treat it or not, but I'm fixing to try it. So we'll come back and get that rock there. All right, so we're out here looking for rock, and down the stream we found an awful lot of Novaculite, and we've been kind of trying to track down the source of the outcrop, and we just happened to come across something I'd like to show you guys. So I'm going to turn you around and show you what we found. Okay, so that giant rock right there with that 5-gallon bucket on it is solid Novaculite. And there's a bunch of other little pieces around. Let me take you down here and show you. And actually this rock right here is Novaculite also. So is that one right there. But let me show you the color. You see that color on that Novaculite? Pretty. This entire rock is Novaculite, and I think it runs right on up this hill right here. Well, there's a big bunch of rock coming down that draw over there, but this rock didn't just wash in here. This rock is, I don't know how much it weighs, but a lot. It's big. It's the size of a Volkswagen. Who knows how much of it's buried. So it didn't wash down the creek. This has got to be part of the outcrop, but we're going to keep looking here. I just want to show you this. Okay, I want to show you all this. This right here. Another large piece of Novaculite. This piece actually got some solid stuff in it, but it's too big. I don't think I can ever get it out of here. But there's a bunch of Novaculite mixed in, going right up this mountain. This is part of the outcropping here. There's a piece right over here. Y'all see that? Novaculite. That's Novaculite too. It's very eroded, but freeze cracked, everything else, but that is Novaculite also. There's lots of it mixed in here, and that vein runs right on up where this rock is. So that's Novaculite down there. So the majority of this is not the majority of it, but a whole lot of this is Novaculite here. I see it everywhere. But yeah, I can get up there. Give me a minute. All right, I'm gonna turn this off, keep looking here. If I can get this chunk out, I'd have some Novaculite, but I don't know if it's worth it. I wanted to show you guys this. I just busted this open. That's Novaculite. Most of this whole hillside is Novaculite. This is all surface stuff, so it's fractured, of course, but man, that would be some beautiful material. Beautiful. All right, wanted to show you all this. Here's some more Novaculite. I just busted open. It's got pretty color to it. Can't get the sun, it is translucent, but there's some more of that surface rock. It ain't no good, but save some of it for tumbling. But if you can get down below the surface, get in here with a track hoe and dig down 4 or 5 feet and get down to the rest of the vein, then you'd probably be all right. Sorry, my finger's in the way. Anyways, I wanted to show you this. More Novaculite. This whole, there's Novaculite that goes up there about another 30, 40 yards up this hill, and then it kind of peters out, but then it runs down this hill and back across the river down out this direction. So just wanted to show you that. All right, I wanted to show you guys this. I don't know if any of this would be any good, even if you jackhammer it apart, because it's been out on the surface. But I'm going to turn this around and show you this. This isn't the Novaculite that we found before. We still haven't located that outcropping, but we have most certainly located where this outcropping is, where it runs across the creek, up the other side, and then up the mountain. So most of the surface stuff is probably, I don't know that we got anything that's usable other than for tumbling stuff. But I am sure that if you dug down with an excavator 5, 6 feet or 10 feet or however deep you had to go, you could get into some good stuff. And I'm not sure about how to get it apart. If you could get it apart, well, first you have to put a claim on this, or however you had to go about it. It would be a lot of work to get that done. But let me turn this around and show you the size of a few of these boulders here. This rock right here, solid Novaculite. That's probably 15 feet long, something like 12 feet. It's 12 feet. 12 feet long, and I don't even know how thick it is, but it's giant. It's the size of a truck. And then you got this one right here, which I can't even back up enough to get off of that, but it's giant too. I feel it might be worth bringing a generator down here and a jackhammer that, that runs off a generator, and try and get into some of them seams and see if you could bust some of that up with it. I'm not sure if you could or not with the jackhammer and some wedges. I don't know if you could get it apart like that or not, but I'll have to look into that some more. But let me show you a piece that knocked off there. There's a piece right there just off the surface, but a lot of black Novaculite and this grayish stuff with the stripes and stuff in it. But yep, there's a lot of it here. You just have to be able to get down below the surface stuff to get to it. But we'll see what happens. This is for another day, but for just shot in the dark, looking at some maps and stuff and coming out here and finding what we found so far is pretty cool. All right, well, I want to show you all this. I'm going to try and piece these together. May show this, may not, because the reason I might not is because it seems like every time I try to piece anything together, the sound's all goofy or it glitches or whatever. But I just wanted to show you what we were up to today. I think I'm done for the day, and my back has definitely had it. But we originally found a bunch of Novaculite downstream from here. We started seeing it. We knew there was a source, and we just kept looking and looking and looking until we finally found this is the source. If you go upstream a ways, not very far, the Novaculite pretty much stops. So this is what's feeding this Novaculite in this entire creek. But all right, y'all have a great day. Hit that like and subscribe button. Those of you that's already subscribed, I truly appreciate it. And we'll see you on the next adventure.